Right then guys, so we're just outside Flexible and we've got a leg day coming up. I'll be honest with you, I've been dreading this all day and I'm not looking forward to this. Just hate legs. I love training, I want them to grow, but they cause me so much pain when I train them. It's a love-hate relationship. So I'm brutally honest with you. Some days like today I just don't want to train and I don't fancy training, but that's when you got to use your discipline and think of the bigger picture and the big goal, and that's what motivates you. Because you're going to have, especially if you don't like working out or you're not used to it, you're going to have days where you don't feel like working out, and you got to go through those days to get to that end goal of that body you're after. Because at the end of the day, if you didn't have to do that, everyone would have a body they wanted. So that's just my little tip for you before we start. The days where you don't feel like it, and most likely the days you need to go and do it, because that's what's going to strengthen your mindset. Yes, have rest days and have recovery days when you feel physically drained, but sometimes more a mental plateau rather than a physical one, or physical drain. You're more mentally like procrastinating. So really think about that one and getting comfortable, because that's exactly what I'm about to do right now. And I'm going in with the objective to get 10 reps on 100 kilo, which I've never done before on squats. So we'll see how it goes, and hopefully I'll be celebrating that little PR, hopefully, but fingers crossed. Currently in a lean bulk, so my calories are quite high, so my strength's going back up, which is great, and getting stronger and stronger. But yeah, it's freezing cold, 7 PM, let's have it. Right then guys, back with another little commentary and a little workout vlog, because I know you like these, and it was a leg day, absolutely brutal, but got through it, and it turned out to be a really, really good workout, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Just started off today, so on this leg workout, with a little mobility work and stretching for about 5 minutes, and then I started off with some light squats, just getting my range of motion and practicing the form. I also use a camera, which is really useful for just checking out the angles and my form. Really recommend you do this. Just get your iPhone or something, or get your mate to record you, so you can actually evaluate and analyse your own form. I'm really happy with my form. I've got minimal, well, everything's pretty damn straight and pretty damn good, to be honest. I feel the depth is spot on, chest position and spine position's perfect, and I'm keeping my hips lower than my upper body, so I'm not letting the hips shoot up first, which is a common thing which can happen when you go heavy and when you just got a little bad technique. So really, really happy with that. Only thing I'm noticing at the moment really is my ankles like to pop up off the ground sometimes, and I think that's just due to sheer power and force I'm pushing through them. And when I get to the top, it just seems to like it just transfers and lifts up a little bit. But yeah, that I'll handle, and I will deal with that. So this is the set everyone's been waiting for, the 100 kilo, and nothing like really, really heavy, don't get me wrong, but for me, I've never really I used to struggle with 60 kilo, I remember it very vividly when I was at school, but this, I got 100 reps for 10 reps, really, really good, and I was really, really happy with it. And I'll let you obviously watch the whole clip. It's all in real time, this, so no speeding up and no slowing down. I was having a little pause at the top just to get my balance and my form. You see a lot of people rep out squats really fast, and yeah, there's a time and a place for that, but if I'm honest, you're smarter and more sensible regarding form and technique to stop briefly at the top for a second, squeeze your glutes so your hips are in line and straight, and then come back down and sink into it. If you're repping it out, what can commonly happen is you might be transferring the weight side to side a bit, and also you might twist your hips just slightly, and that can actually cause you to get some irritations and potential injuries. So take your time with squats. It's not something to be rushed, in my opinion. Unless you're doing body weight, you can be a bit more like pulsing and stuff like that. But when you're going heavy, seriously, just take your time, I think. I really believe that. About here now, I was really feeling it. Literally, you saw me have that little pause then. It was a bit longer than I needed. And I was just trying to catch my breath. You can see my stomach panting, literally. But what is good is obviously because I've entered a bit of a calorie surplus, and when I'm in a lean bulk phase, having these extra calories and these extra carbs are honestly making strength training so much more enjoyable and so much more beneficial, because I'm getting my strength to go back up again. So not really beneficial, that's the wrong word, but they're becoming a lot more enjoyable basically, because my strength's just going up and I feel strong and powerful, so it's a good thing. I then backed off the weight to 90 kilo and just did about 6 reps with this. Now I could definitely do more reps if I was fresh, but as you saw previously, I went to a complete exertion almost on that 100, so I was absolutely drained and my glutes were just shot. So you're going to expect to be like weaker after that, honestly, when you exert yourself that much. So I just wanted to build up some form and reps on that 90 kilo weight, get used to it, and just challenge my muscles while they were still fatigued and damaged from the previous set. So I think I did 2 more sets on. So I did 1 set of 100 for 10, 2 sets of 90 for 6, and then backed it all the way off to 80 for about 10. I didn't include the 80 because I just wanted to get on with the video because it's quite a long video, it's 13 minutes, but great content. This was a different angle, so really good, getting in the zone again and just sinking down slow and controlling it each way. So I'm not trying to go fast on the way up too fast, trying to control it and actually push through my glutes and my quads. A lot of people just shift weight and they'll use their back, or they won't even feel it in the muscles they're trying to work, and that's commonly why you're getting issues basically, and why you're not feeling your legs working, and you won't, like, it's just not going to be as beneficial. So take your time, really feel them, squeeze your bum at the top to activate it even more. And to make a point as well, I'm actually starting to do glute activation a lot more, so I'm starting to do some hip thrusts before I start these workouts. I find that's really good for just getting my ass fired up and getting it in the zone and making sure those muscles are firing properly basically. As you can see, nice little grinder there, killer. I then really mixed it up, so I went straight onto walking lunges outside, and it was fairly lightweight, it was only about 16 kilo, but it was constant, no resting, and just 20 reps, 45-second rest, straight back at it. And I did 4 sets of that, and by set 4, honestly, my legs were shaking. I will next week increase the weight and go from there, but sometimes it's good to not exert yourself to the full extent, especially when you've done it previously on another exercise, because you just obviously want to train really hard, but you don't want to, like, if I'd chosen like 20 kilo dumbbells with this, I probably could have done it, but my form would have been all over the place, wouldn't have been able to be so fluid as I am now, and I wanted short rest periods, and that's why I selected this weight. Really good mixing it up outside. It's quite cold, but I didn't even feel the cold because I was so hot. As you can see there, I was in a lot of pain. But it's just nice to mix up the environment, as I'll say later on in the video. It's just really, really good. Here, this is the end of the 4 sets. Brutal. I was literally trying to catch my breath. Legs were all burning as well, which is nice. And after that, I proceeded to do straight-legged deadlift outside with the dumbbells. So this is the beauty of where I work and and the gym I'm at the moment. Like, there's a nice empty car park where you can just literally go and just do workouts outside. And the owner's Mark, the owner, he's really sound about taking the equipment outside as long as he's not damaging it, obviously. So it's really, really good. I enjoy it. I really like training outside, actually. It really mixes it up, like I said. So yeah, these were brutal. Again, nice and heavy, going for about 10 to 12, and really feeling the stretch in my hamstrings and my glutes, trying to pull and then squeeze my glutes at the top. Really, really good exercise. Make sure you keep your lower back as straight as possible. You see in the video, mine's like literally straight like a tabletop. You don't want to go past 90 degrees. If anything, I'm probably just reaching slightly too low, because when you get to that point where you hit 90 degrees, what's going to happen is you're bending at the back, not the hamstrings and glutes. So the problem with that is you're going to put more pressure and potentially injure your back. So instead, drive your hips backwards. If you can't feel the stretch, you want to feel more of a stretch. Just by pushing your hips and your bum further back, you'll feel that stretch. You also want to keep your heels planted, and you want to drive and keep the weight on your heels. So there's some top tips for that. Also, you'll notice my head looking at the ground. I'm not looking forward or looking up. That's because I'm trying to keep my head in a neutral position and my spine in a neutral position. And another little tip as well is I'm driving my shoulders back and down. So I'm activating my lats and my traps to hold my shoulders and keep them stable. So there's some really good tips, and I hope you apply that. This is, again, it's called it's either Romanian deadlift or a straight-legged deadlift. There's a few names for it. I then finished off and I did 4 sets of that. I then finished, so there was a lot of volume on each set. I was doing about 4 sets on average in this workout. And then I finished off here with just a killer. Went nice and light on this to start with, 12 reps, feeling every squeeze and making sure, again, stopping and squeezing. And then so it was a drop set, pyramid set, so a bit of a mouthful, but I did 12 reps with this lighter weight, and then I pinned it up for 10 reps, and then pinned it up at even more for 8 reps. And bearing in mind, all the machines in this gym are aggressive, honestly. They're Life Fitness ones from America, and they go up, or I don't know where they're from, I think they originate in America, but anyway, beside the point. 7 kilos these go up in, so you're literally jumping up the weight like no tomorrow. Most commercial gyms in the UK, they jump up by 2 kilo or 5 kilo, like quite not that bad. Like this one was just absolutely brutal though. 7 kilo, like by the time you've done it, like you really are feeling that 8 reps, and as you can see in my face, absolutely in agony, but it's great for building your quads up, this one. And I don't really go on it too much, but I do like to do it now and again. I'll always go extra light. I don't see the point in going super heavy on this. I feel that if you're going super heavy, you don't feel it as much, and you're actually going to put just more unnecessary stress on your knees than you need to. If you go light, slow it down, do it at the end of the workout, and just squeeze it for literally as hard as you can that, my friend, will literally kill you, honestly. I challenge anyone. I've had lads who I've trained in this gym who like to rep out the stack, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but let me take it down a weight and show you how to do it properly. And then they soon start realising, shit, that hurt a lot more than doing the whole stack. So I'll finish there, and I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next video, Friday. Absolutely fucking awesome leg session. It turned out to be a fucking epic one. I went outside and everything. You'll see all the footage. It was nuts. Really good, like, changing it up by going outside. It really mixed up my routine and just made the change of environment more interesting, because I work in that gym all day, obviously. It's my gym, I go there regularly, and it can kind of get a bit repetitive if you keep going to the same environment, doing similar routines. So mixing it up like I did tonight really spices your whole workout up, and I really recommend it. So yeah, just want to say as well, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm just outside Tesco right now, and I was thinking, you know what, I'm going to go treat myself. I did a really good leg session and I didn't want to do it, but I did it, hit my PR, got the 10 reps on the leg squats for 100 kilo, 10 reps. I'm all over the place. It's late, it's like 9:30. And I was going to go in and buy my favourite thing, which is my flapjack granola squares, which are really high in calories, and I'd have probably consumed the whole bag if I'm honest, and that's 1,200 calories, and that would have put me over my calorie allowance. But whether it's fate or not, they've sold out, and I thought, you know what, this is pointing me in the right direction here. This is a good thing, because I would have just pigged out and fallen off my, basically I would have overeaten, and it's something I've been doing quite often recently, and it's causing me to probably gain more body fat than I should be during this bulk. So it's like, you have to be aware of your own actions, and I'm aware that I'm a bit trigger happy with the food at the moment. So instead, what I got was, I actually ended up getting a Muller Light skinny latte flavour yogurt, because this is my favourite, right? One of my favourite things. And they were £1 each, and they've all got high in protein, high in carbs, and it's perfect for fitness. I've got 3 of them, and I've got a coconut yogurt, low fat one, because that's really good for smoothies, and it's quite coconutty, and I love coconut. So yeah, turned it around, guys, and I feel better for it. You know, I went out, I was going to go and eat a shit ton of junk food, and there's nothing wrong with that really if you're fitting it into your diet, your calories, like I always say, but be balanced and flexible. But sometimes making the smarter choices and maybe saying no to something you know you could have and you would like to have, yet it's not as nutritionally dense, can sometimes make you feel better, because you're actually making a smarter choice for your body and for your goals. So that's a little tip for you. I'm being honest with you guys, I'm not perfect, so if I can do it, you can definitely do it. So I hope that's what you learn from this video, that I have days where I can't be fucked, and I have days where I don't want to bother going to the gym and I don't want to do the workout, yet I still show up 9 times out of 10. And I have days where I want junk food, yet I still try and turn it down if I can, or I'll turn it around sometimes. And yeah, I'm just like you guys, that's what I want to make out. So yeah, I'm going to shut up there, because I know I like to ramble, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the leg day, and if you did, drop it a like, it really helps me out. And if you've watched this far, thank you so much. I appreciate you spending the time watching this ugly mug this long. So cheers, and stay tuned for the next video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. It's fitness the right way.